Boom. We're back here live once again for the last time this week with another episode of Weekly Win Streak. Of course, it's your boy TP3 Bets, and as always, he's joined by none other than the man himself. What up, bro? Bro, how are we doing so far today, man? I know you've been fired on MLB and the Masters.
We're doing great. Honestly, I got hit with surprise bad news there. I guess not surprise. You told me that we weren't having a show yesterday, but then you opened the show and it was a reminder, and I instantly got sad that we don't have a show tomorrow. So we don't have a show tomorrow, but we're doing great. Guys, this is not to offend anyone, and it's no hate to anyone. There's a lot of people that are gonna all of a sudden start betting on golf the next couple of days. Just follow the proven winner that's been betting golf all year. You know what it is. We're crushing in the match. We're 3-0-1 right now, and we're looking like maybe 4-0-1 full master sweep on the first day. T, how are you today on this Masters Thursday? I asked him if he's going to watch any of the Masters. He said no. Guys, can you believe this? Anyways, T, how are you?
Man, we're doing good. We hit the Angels money line to start the day out. We got a bunch of plays popping off here in a little bit in the NBA as well. You know what, bro? We're doing great today. I am not going to watch any of the Masters, to be honest with y'all, unless I'm somewhere that doesn't have baseball on the TV. I only watch the sports I bet on. Occasionally, I'll watch some UFC. Usually, if there's not something I'm betting on the TV, I'm not watching any sports at all. So I typically try to watch those sports or like watch shows where they talk about those sports and whatnot. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just not really much of a golf guy. And it just feels kind of pointless to me to watch it, honestly, because I never watch golf and I just honestly don't really care. It's like I try to put it on the TV and I'm just like, fuck this shit. I'm going to watch something else and change the channel. So, yeah, I'm not really much of a golf guy. So I try to stick to my roots. So I will be dialed in on MLB. I'll be dialed on the last day of the NBA. Yeah, guys, the last Masters Sunday is the last day of the NBA regular season. Do you think the NBA guy is going to be watching the NBA or is he going to be watching golf? Come on now.
That's fair. Yeah, scheduling, that's bad scheduling there. But I respect you for sticking to your guns. You stay true to yourself. You don't give a fuck about golf 55 other weeks of the year. Why give a fuck about golf 1 week a year?
Yeah, and I'm not going to sit here and try to tell y'all to bet on golf. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Like, dude, I don't know a fucking thing about golf. I'm not going to give out picks on it. Just like I don't know a fucking thing about UFC. I don't give out picks on it. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah. So we'll be dialed in on our sports this weekend. Gonna be watching some basketball. Gonna actually have to go to a wedding in Charleston, but I'm gonna try to cook some stuff up. I'm trying to get TikTok live going again on my TP3 sports account. So we'll see if we can get that up and running again, funnel some more people over here for us as well. But with all that being said, bro, how's the golf treating you so far today? You got a matchup going right now?
We do have a matchup. We have one last matchup going. We have Bryson in a 3-way with Hideki Matsuyama and Shane Lowry. I wanted to give you guys official picks on the stream. Unfortunately, the Masters and Vegas, they got to be working hand in hand or something. They're keeping the matchups very close to chest. They didn't release head-to-head matchups until 2 a.m. last night. Like, legit, we're not on the books. Every 3 hours, I had an alarm set to try to check because they were up, and then they all disappeared. And when they came back up, they were completely different than before they disappeared. So that was fucked also. But I'm going to give you a few guys to target just really quickly before we move to a different sport for tomorrow. Corey Connors. You want to target Corey Connors. You want to target Phil Mickelson. Yes, Phil Mickelson. Trust me. Just trust me. I really like Bryson. And if Joaquin just continues the remainder of his round the same, not any worse, I really like him to go low tomorrow. So if he's in a solid matchup, he has a lot of potential. He's a banger. He can play. He can hit the ball real far. And he's been on fire in the LIV tournament. He started this tournament -3 to the first 4 holes. And then I don't know what the fuck happened. Like, he just lost his focus. I really like him to bounce back tomorrow. So those are some guys you should really target. It's going to be another great day of golf in the morning. T, we got MLB. We got NBA. And I'm going to let you pick the sport that we're going to start off with.
Yeah, first of all, man, tomorrow feels like the first day in a long time we haven't had a day game in MLB. So we're going to go to the MLB right now to get this thing teed up, man. I only have one play left tonight in the MLB. I'll give you all a hint. It's in the game Bro is about to bring up here right now. My Atlanta Braves taking on the Philadelphia Phillies tonight. Jesus Luzardo versus Schwellenbach, two aces on the mound. What do you think is going to happen in this pitcher duel tonight, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just not going to overthink it. I'm not going to overthink it. It's been a prove me wrong type of start of the season, and sometimes you get proven wrong, and that's just the ones you got to take on the chin. Just the ones you got to take on the chin. Listen, Jesus Luzardo, when I lived in Miami, I watched this kid play for the Marlins a couple of times. He went out and pitched 6 innings. The Marlins would be tied or winning, and they'd lose every fucking time he gets out of the game. This guy is solid, a really good live young arm with great breaking ball and great circle change. And then, his circle change reminds me of Pedro Martinez. But also, the Braves, Schwellenbach, this kid is really solid as well. I mean, both these guys have under a 1.0 whip. They're not putting people on base. They're not letting people score. I like Phillies, Braves, first 5, under 3.5 at plus 100. And then I like Phillies, Braves, under 7.5 full game. I think maybe my team maybe gives maybe the Phillies give the Braves a run for their money. Your team tonight. I like anytime I can get the Phillies or the Yankees, the Dodgers as a dog. It's very, very intriguing to me. That said, the plays are definitely the under, in my opinion, in this game. What do you say, T?
Man, I think this game's going to be hard to score in as well. Would you know what the weather's supposed to be?
Drizzly, like mid 60s. Wind is like marginal. Nothing like totally like. I think it's 5 miles. 5 miles per hour to right field or over the third baseman.
Yeah. This weather's not going to be too much of a factor here. It's like a whatever day kind of here in Atlanta today. So I agree with you, though, man. I think this is two really good pitchers. I think this will be the rubber match of the series. You got two of the best pitchers in baseball taking the rock. I mean, Schwellenbach hasn't given up a run yet this season. Like you said, Luzardo has been striking guys out left and right. I mean, the dude I think he got 7 Ks against the Phillies, 7 scoreless. Like, nobody's hotter right now on the mound than Jesus Luzardo, and probably happier, like you said, to actually be pitching with a dynamic lineup. So I would agree with you on this one. I think it's going to be a tight game. I'm not going to give away what my pick is here, but let's put it this way. Y'all can probably guess what it is if you know who my favorite team is. Anyway.
Wow.
Next game up here. And actually, wait, that's it for the MLB action.
Yeah, that's it.
Game tonight. That's it. Man, that's crazy. Well, what we do have tonight, guys, is we do have the NBA. And we have a smaller NBA card, but it's still going to be a profitable one, hopefully. I have not one, but 2 picks I'm going to give y'all tonight in the NBA. Let's go to the first game here. My Atlanta Hawks are laying 13.5 points here versus Brooklyn Nets, and I'm going to lay the 13.5 here with the Hawks. You might say, TP3, what are you doing? So, as you all know, I look through schedules to see what's going on in the schedule in the future. As of right now, you look at the standings in the Eastern Conference. The Hawks are technically half a game up on the Heat and the Bulls because they have one less loss than them in the L column. The Hawks still have 3 more games to play. These teams only have 2 games left to play. Nobody in the NBA plays on Saturday. Everybody plays on Friday and Sunday, except for the teams tonight. So you know what the Hawks are going to do? The Hawks need to win this game, and then they play the 76ers. They win both these games. The Magic have nothing left to play for. The Magic have clinched the 7 seed. Teams actually want to get the 8 seed because that means you can lose the 7 seed game and then play again at home to clinch the 8 seed in the last game to play in. So, therefore, all these factors put out here for us, bro. I'm going to back the Hawks minus 13.5 here. They should come with urgency in this game. I mean, the Nets offense is currently bottom 5 in the league in their last 5 games. You look at their starting lineup, Nick Claxton's going to play here. Trenton Wofford, Keon Johnson, your boy, Reese Beekman, and Zaire Williams. There's not even a real point guard out there for them. The rest of these guys, like Drew Timme is going to be playing minutes for them tonight. Drew Timme. I mean, yeah, Timme. Yeah, that's who's going to be logging minutes tonight for them. Like, come on now. This is not a serious NBA lineup. Last game, Nick Claxton only played 17 minutes and it's 0 personal fouls. He played 24 the game before. Like, they're clearly not playing these guys. They're just running him out there to let him, like, get a little bit of, like, just get his legs under him a little bit. He's not going to play more than 20 minutes in this game. Brooklyn doesn't care. They want to lose this game. They want to make sure. I mean, there's teams with, like, with under 20 wins on the season. Brooklyn needs to lose this game to try to throw their name in the Cooper flag hat for this NBA lottery. Hawks take them to the woodshed. There's a reason why the Hawks are laying 13.5 points tonight. Hawks will cover and win this game, I think, by 22. Like, I feel like the Hawks will go by 10 at the end of the first quarter. Halftime, they'll be about like 16, and by the end of the game, it'll be 23. Give me the Hawks. I will say this, guys, the Knicks-Pistons game. Wait, were you about to say something?
Yeah, I was just going to say, how are we going to ignore the fact that you gave out a winner before halftime? A winner before halftime. Dude, T gave out Luka over 31.5 points. I was like in and out of the living room trying to clean up. I was like unpacking and shit for my dad's. He had made a layup at the end of the half, and guy goes, and whoa, Luka with 31 in the first half. I'm like, holy fuck. T literally gave you guys a first half winner, no sweat. If you're not following him on all socials, you're fucking up because he gave out that play for free. Great play, T. Great play.
Hey, you're too kind, bro. Guys, bro and I are going to be rolling out some electric stuff here for the coming weeks. We put our heads together here, which we're trying to ramp it up another notch. But yeah, man, that one felt good. We needed that one. So guys, the Knicks-Pistons game, the Knicks are going to be without Josh Hart and without OG Anunoby. Neither of those guys are going to play in this game. So that's why the line is what it is there in that game. I wouldn't touch that game if I were y'all. It's a little sketchy to see. The Pistons need to win this game to get locked in the 6th seed, because the Bucks are probably going to take care of business against New Orleans. So I kind of expect the Knicks to play like the starters like 20 minutes or so, because Towns, Brunson, and Mikal Bridges are still playing technically. Then Cleveland and Indiana. Cleveland's going to be playing backups. I don't think Indiana has anything I think Indiana and Milwaukee are still battling it out for the 4 and the 5 seed, but I think they're going to take them to the woodshed here. Jared Allen's supposed to be playing. Don't expect him to play very long. Maybe a little Ty Jerome over points, bro. Ty Jerome's currently at 18.5, though, so it's kind of baked in there, but I think he's going to get 20. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I definitely like that. Holy fuck.
What?
No. First of all, Ty Jerome points is not even available. You can't get him over under on DraftKings, and his alternate starts at 22 now. So great call. That shit got steamed like a motherfucker. I love it, but he's going to go off. I wouldn't touch as a Cavs. I'm telling you, Cavs are not playing anyone. They're not playing anyone.
That's what I'm worried about. Is they're gonna get steamrolled here?
Yeah, we brought we have a Moni Bates that we brought up from the Charge. We have this guy, this green guy. I can't remember his first name. We brought him back up from the Charge. Like, those guys are gonna get substantial minutes today. I don't see any core players playing more than 20 minutes. Like, they don't have nothing to play for.
Yeah, last year I actually had one of my greatest victories of all time in sports betting on the Cavs Hornets game. So the Cavs had nothing left to play for as the last game of the season, and they didn't even have a point guard active on their roster. I was like, all right, somehow Hornets are catching 16 points here. So I took the Hornets plus 16.5, and I took them on the money line at plus 550, and they won the game outright. It was insane.
Wow, what a sharp call.
Yeah, Jay. Tap in, guys. We're going to do the same thing to end the regular season. Anyway, with that being said, the Minnesota Timberwolves take on the Memphis Grizzlies, and I'm taking the Timberwolves on the money line here. Look, I think they're favored here for all the right reasons. They're the better team. If you look at the way Minnesota's played, they really figured their chemistry out more as the season went on. At this point in the season, Minnesota is gone 14-4 since the first day of March. And this game has huge playoff implications. If they win this game, they go from the 8 seed to the 6 seed and kick Memphis all the way to the 8 seed. I mean, Memphis has been struggling. They're 5-8 since March 14th. They had to fire their head coach, and they're 2-5 against the spread and straight up as a home underdog this season, not performing well in this spot. Ultimately, I also think too their defense is well equipped to stop them. Like, you look at their defense here. What does Ja Morant do? He goes the hole. Rudy Gobert is going to be protecting the hole here. Naz Reid's going to be protecting the hole here. They don't have Jalen Wells now. He's injured. I don't think Memphis is any good. I think they're limping to the finish line here. They went up the Eastern or the Western Conference standings when they weren't really trying as much, when teams weren't trying as much. Now the teams have locked and they've been getting their ass busted, and they're kind of like the Knicks. They have a terrible record against teams with records above 500 and playoff-worthy teams. Minnesota's the better team. They played their best basketball last season in the playoffs and down the stretch of the regular season. I think it all translates again over here. Minnesota gets it done.
Yeah, I really like that play. I really like that. I know it's tough because Memphis needs this game and they're at home, but that line is very telling. That line's very telling. I might go on the money line there. -125 isn't bad. So I got to bring this out of the vault. I have this written down here. Okay, the last week of January, if you remember, it was January 26th. I asked you, who right now do you think is going to win the NBA championship? And you told me Boston, OKC. We now jump back in the time machine. It's now April 10th. We're just a few days away from the NBA playoffs. Does your answer change at all, or do you still see OKC, Boston duking it out for the championship?
I think. Damn, this is tough, bro. I gotta go with Boston, dude. I'm gonna go Boston versus the Lakers.
Wow, yeah, I love it.
And I'm gonna take the Lakers to win it all.
I fucking love it. Just to play devil's advocate, I'm gonna go Lakers Cavs, and just tell me what type of storyline that would be. I mean, obviously Boston Lakers, that is showtime. That's the two most historic franchises in the NBA for a championship. I can definitely actually see that. But just imagine LeBron playing his hometown for a championship after he got his home team a championship. Oh fuck. That would be epic. And also Cleveland would get their ass clapped. So I think the Lakers.
So before the season started, I put in a future. So I told you guys, I put in here was my futures before the season started. Let me log in right now and pull them up. So we went, and these are actually looking pretty good right now. I will say my in-season futures look worse than my. So I put $50 at plus 475. That's half a unit on. I guess that was half a unit now. That'd be a third of a unit on SGA to win MVP. That's going to win. And then I put $10 on Ja Morant and Victor Wembanyama to both win MVP, just because I thought Ja Morant had insane odds, and same thing with Wemby, and obviously both those were donations. And then I put 50 on Oklahoma City to win the NBA Finals at plus 550, and I put 50 on them to win the West at plus 250. Now, I'm still going to let those tickets ride because I don't think anybody's really going to stand in front of them until that they get to the conference finals, and then I'll hedge back. I also did put $10 plus to win $1,000, so plus 10,000 on Banchero to win MVP. Just thought those odds were insane. Obviously, didn't even come close because he got hurt. Then I put $25 on the Milwaukee Bucks to win the Eastern Conference. That was before Dame got hurt. Probably not going to hit. I think the Red Sox just scored. They had a runner on second, and I can hear the cheering from the TV in the other room. Oh, they did. Alex Bregman, RBI single. Let's go. Come on, Red Sox. We need this MLB sweep, baby.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby. So then I did at plus 1450. I sprinkled Celtics Lakers exact matchup, and I sprinkled Cavs Lakers exact matchup at plus 2300. Those are like my hedges because I don't see anybody not named the Celtics or the Cavs coming out of the East. So that's like my hedges against Oklahoma City right now. So the ideal matchup would be Celtics versus Cavs and Oklahoma City versus the Lakers, and then I'm automatically locked into making money. If anything, I might even, if I don't feel good about the Lakers, I might just bet more on Oklahoma City. But yeah, those are the futures we got locked in right now. So, I mean, I think one of those teams will match up against the Lakers, and then I'll just be writing my Thunder tickets right there. I think the Clippers is the only other team I really see making some noise in the West, but we all know what happens to Kawhi in the playoffs. He gets hurt, so.
Yeah, dude, Clippers are definitely scary. Warriors are definitely in the conversation. Like, the West is going to be interesting. Here's the thing. I'm an East Coast guy, obviously, but I tell you what, I'm much more intrigued by watching the West. Like, I think it's clear. I mean, there's maybe 3 teams that can come out of the East realistically, like, and that's it. Like, the West, obviously OKC, Lakers. I could see the Warriors. I could see the Clippers. I actually like the Clippers. I think they have like they like having a very interesting team. They got shooters. They got a point guard. They got a big. They got some players. Obviously Kawhi. Your favorite player?
James Harden.
James Harden, exactly.
Nah, in all seriousness, bro, give me until next week to see how these matchups play out, and then I promise I'll give y'all our my official new opinion of everything. I want to see how it all plays out. Any home run props tonight, bro? I think this
I didn't
really worth playing home run props.
Yeah, today is just like a day where I had early home run props. I had Bobby Witt Jr. Home run and Bobby Witt Jr. 2+ bases. He got really close to hitting a home run, but it ended up being a double. And then so he didn't hit a home run. And there's only one game tonight at 7:15, and both of these guys are ground ball pitchers. I To be honest with you, I would be surprised to see a home run in this game. I think the team that is able to play small ball and move runners into scoring position is probably going to have the advantage, or you're going to get lucky and a homer is going to come off the bullpen.
Dude, I'm disappointed we didn't have Mike Trout to hit a home run today. Mike Trout had 5 at-bats, was one of them. He walked against Zach Littell, so he had 5 officials, and he had a home run. That would have been a great pick. But Ozuna and Olsen both have a lot of at-bats against Luzardo, and both have a home run.
Yeah, Olsen has been really, really hot lately too. If you guys are in my VIP, I bet him a lot at the beginning of the year over 2 bases, and then he just started fucking me left and right, and I was like, all right, I'm cool on this, because the Braves went on a 4-game skid there where they couldn't hit the ball. No one was hitting, and it just cooked me. But I like both.
Bro, we fucked up bad today. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Ty France had 20 plate appearances against Michael Wacha, and he had 10 hits against him.
Wow. Did he go off today?
Let's see here. And also, too, Alex Bregman bats 425 in his career against Bassett, and he just got an RBI single.
That's huge. If you would have played his hits, runs, RBIs, bang, cleared in one swing of the bat.
And we should have known that. Astros literally own it. Yeah, Ty France hit a home run today. Fuck.
Damn it.
We should have looked. Dude, that's one of the highest batting averages I've seen versus a pitcher with 20 plate appearances.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a pretty good. That would have been a good one right there. I'm going to have to start looking into those more, and I'm just going to look for players with like over 10 I want 10 or more at bats against a pitcher and batting 500 or more, and then I'm going to play player props. I think that's what I think that's going to have to be my like rule.
He's got rules to this shit, folks.
Yeah, I want like a large sample size of them dominating. I'm like, the Astros absolutely own Chris Bassett. Like, let's see here. If Chris Bassett faces the Astros, it's auto bet. Like literally, they last year he was supposed to pitch the series finale against the Astros, and they skipped him in the rotation because he gets owned. So Chris Bassett in 15 appearances, he's 5-5 with a 4.16 ERA. That doesn't seem right though. It seems like it should be even worse than that.
I mean, that's not great, but yeah, it's not amazing. I mean, I look for that. I look at good BVPs, and then I just look at general splits as well. Like if there's not
and shit.
Yeah. If there's not a ton of data, like if Jose Altuve saw a guy 5 times, he has 2 home runs in those 5 times. I'm like, alrighty, home run is good. And then I looked at his splits, and his only home runs were against righties, were against lefties. I can't remember what it was. And I was like, all right, we got this. All this fucking stars align. I'm taking Altuve. Then he fucking hits a leadoff nuke.
Jeez, what can you do? Bro, we'll figure something out. You can't go live on TikTok, right?
I mean, I can use my backup account.
All right, interesting. We'll talk after this. Guys, we appreciate everyone who tuned in here. As I said, we're taking the Hawks minus 13.5 tonight. We're taking the Timberwolves on the money line. Bro gave the under first 5 and full game in the Braves-Phillies tonight. We appreciate everyone who tuned in here, guys, and watched the show today. We won't be back here on here the rest of the week. We'll be dropping free picks for y'all, so make sure you hit the follow button on both of us. Follow us on Instagram, on TikTok to get free plays. And if y'all want to get all our picks every single day, they're on SoBet. They're on Fan Basis. I post mine up on both. Bros are all on SoBet, guys. So click the link. You can join SoBet for free to get daily free picks. Use code TP3, code BroBro. Let's get some fucking money tonight, guys. We'll talk to y'all.